Hello everybody, this is Steve from Old Boy Moto. Well, g'day everyone, welcome back. And as I mentioned in my previous video, I'm out looking for London Rock today, the famous spot where Aaron Sherrit and Joe Byrne of the Kelly gang are reputed to have used as a favourite sort of hiding spot. Aaron Sherrit and Joe Byrne were childhood friends, and they lived down in the valley. And actually this gully here is named after the Byrne family. This is Byrne Gully, and it's reputed that the kids used to get on horses and ride up here, and then they'd stay down at London Rock, where they would do whatever they were doing as kids and so forth. And the friendship lasted up until the Kelly gang days, and then unfortunately Joe Byrne turned on his friend and shot him down at Sebastopol, where he lived. So yeah, that's well recorded and documented, the murder of Aaron Sherrit. Long story, big story, and I would recommend that you read some history books and find out about it, because it's very interesting. You know, it's not all about Ned Kelly and all the stuff you sort of superficially see on the internet. There's a lot of stuff behind it. Anyway, I'm going to trek down there today. I've put the bike here because it's off the track. And look, this is a fairly remote area, but you know, I'm not that naive not to take notice of the amount of wear on that track and tyre marks and everything else. So there are a few people that get up here, and unfortunately these days you never know. So what I'm trying to do is I've put a green tarp over it facing the road. I'm not that far off the road, probably about 50 metres or so, so it should keep it nice and stealthy, and hopefully when I get back it'll still be here. Stick with us guys and see if I can turn up London Rock. Yeah, so just walking along here in Byrne Gully. As you can see, it is quite a pronounced gully. There's actually a little creek that runs through here. When it's wet, when we've had a fair bit of rain, the creek fires up, the springs all fire up, and as you'll see here, it gets quite a bit of water in here. You'd nearly mistake it for a permanent creek, but it isn't. It's not a permanent creek, but they're pretty deep holes. And actually last time I was here, this was running with water. It's quite good water, although it's a bit cloudy from the sand and granite. Now hopefully we're going to get down there, and that's where London Rock should be. But from my calculations, it's about 2 kilometres, so it's quite a bit of a jaunt. And if it wasn't for all this fallen timber everywhere, it's a bit of a maze. You could probably ride the bike straight down there. You could probably get a push bike down there if you really wanted to and you were fit enough. Something like an MTB or something like that. Anyway, we'll keep walking and see if we can find London Rock. As you can see guys, it's a beautiful spot. I'm fair way down into the creek. The rocks are just beautiful, you know, they're fairly high there. Look, it starts to narrow off here, so I've got to sort of veer off the creek and get up onto the sides here. I'll see how I go. And I'm paying the price this morning because of my keenness to get here. I'm still wearing my riding boots, and believe me, they are not bushwalking boots. I'm starting to pay the price for not spending the time. I've got a pair of hiking boots on the bike, which I didn't put on because of how keen I was to do this. Yeah, so as I'm walking through here, I can't help imagining how it was for the two lads that used to ride through here on horseback. You know, it's a fairly challenging walk, let alone ride a horse through. But they were reputed to be brilliant horsemen. and their horses were second to none. You know, they could really ride and the horses could handle it. Just an amazing place. Just trying to envisage where they would have ridden. It may have been a track up further, who knows, but so they used to ride this track to get to Beechworth and to see each other and do all that sort of stuff. Just as I'm walking along the track, guys, I have noticed a few motorcycle tracks, and I mean in a lot of really rough and steep terrain, and I'm thinking these guys would have a proper set of cojones to do it. They'd be a lot younger than I'd say, and yeah, very challenging, and good on them. You know, this is pristine country for that sort of thing. It's pretty much untouched, and what I have noticed is there's no rubbish around. Absolutely not a match on the ground. You know, there's no bits of plastic, there's just nothing. You know, it's not visited that frequently, but have a look at the gouges in this creek and it'll just give you some idea of how much water runs through here when it's running. I mean, enough water there to drag you away and send you for a nice little trip down Byrne Gully. It gets quite violent in places. It's absolutely beautiful, geographically beautiful. Righto guys, haven't broken my neck yet, and I reckon I've found London Rock. It's incredible. It starts from that little creek back there. It's only a couple of feet wide. And have a look at this. You know, this is pretty big doings. Would have taken a lot of water over a lot of centuries to carve that out. And it is black. And it would be a waterfall. You know, when it rains and when in a wet season. And I wish I had have got here when it was like that, except it would have been fairly hard going to get here. Pretty dangerous really in the wet. I've had to go across the creek in a couple of areas, and even that would have been hard going. Now, the history books tell me that there is a little cave here somewhere. I'm not sure whether it's this little crack in the corner here, or could it be up further, up in there, where the boys used to hide and spend time doing what kids do, I guess. And my mind still boggles on how they got their horses up here. And whether they walked in here, but no, there was reports that they rode their horses. Well guys, I'm just going to have a bit of a break. A nice drink of water. I've walked back up a bit from London Rock. Came across a couple of little lean-to sort of rocks that could be classified as a cave. So nothing here has been documented. So you could call anything a cave, really, is what I'm getting at. But from the description, that is definitely London Rock in one of the historians' books. The black rock face, the sheer drop with a waterfall, and that's exactly what would be happening if it was raining. Just an amazing place. I'm walking back to the bike. It's going to take me a little while because it's all uphill and steep in some places. It's near vertical back there and back there. I tend to forget, because I want to, that I'm 66 and I did a gym session yesterday. Am I pushing it too hard? I don't know. I feel good. I've only got a couple of minor health issues and I managed to cope with them pretty well. So I've got a new motto, and I'm contemplating on whether making some t-shirts available with that. I won't say what it is because I'm fearful that someone's going to pinch my idea. So keep watching guys and you'll find out. Anyway, we'll have a chat back at the bike. Back at the bike guys, Chugga's still here. I'm grateful for that. However, I've managed to do it again. If you go back a few videos about London Rock, I lost my reading glasses. Well, this time I've lost my sunglasses. And they were really good ones. They're bifocals. They're ugly fish and they're very expensive. So that gives me an excuse to come back here, I guess. I'm going to come back. I don't know if I'm going to do a video. But anyway, I'll be back because I want my sunglasses back. But, you know, it's a fairly hard trek and I'm not going to do it twice. So I'll come back another day. I might pack things up here. It's not a very nice spot to have lunch. I'll probably go down to Reedy Creek in the Woolshed Valley and set up a bit of lunch down there and have a relax and then ride home. Rightio guys, in my usual position here, I'm just boiling some water. I'm going to have a little bit of lunch. So thanks for watching guys. I'm going to be going back, as you know, to find my glasses down at London Rock. You never know, there might be an adventure in that. So thanks for watching guys. If you're enjoying the video, please like and subscribe. I do a lot of varied stuff, a lot of different things. It's great to have you on board. Bye for now.